Yo, what's up, family? I hope that you're having a great day. Today is another great day to be alive, and I want to share with you my experience in attending the Potter's House Church for the first time ever in my life, right? For many of you who may or may not know, I'm from Flint, Michigan, and I moved here to the DFW area back in January, and just been a super dope experience being here. And I said, one of these days I'm gonna make it over there to the Potter's House, and now I attend another church in the area, and now I had this opportunity to go to the Potter's House this past weekend, Father's Day weekend 2022. So I get invited by a good brother of mine, like my guy Jay Barnett, and he's like, bro, come rock out with me at Potter's House. I'm gonna invite you. So we rocked out on Saturday with the men's breakfast, and then on Sunday for service. So we go to church on church early morning. I got there a little late compared to what I should have been in support of him, but I got there before church started. And let me tell you, man, like Potter's House, they on top of things at that ministry. Now, you got to understand, I don't come from a mega church. I come from a community church, right? So they had security. They had people showing you where to park, all those things that you would expect when you first pull up into the ministry. People direct you, smiling faces, everybody greeting you, good morning, God bless you, glad to have you here. They had people out with the signs, ask, hey, you can sit with me. It was just a great welcome experience before you even get into the building. So I get into the building. Everybody there that was on staff volunteering at Potter's House was so pleasant. It was just a pleasant experience to see smiling faces and people just really, really, really show you how glad they are to have you there, and they were just making sure you knew where you were going. So I get to my seat. We had a nice seat down front, close to where Bishop and his wife sit, like 3 rows away. And so we're down there, and first thing comes on is Sarita Jakes. She comes out, the wife of Bishop Jakes. I believe I got her name correct. She comes out and does this prayer, this altar call, which was spirit-led, to pray over people who were struggling with Father's Day. Now, we all know some people don't have their fathers, may have never met their father. So she wanted to really minister to those people, and she asked people to come down to the altar, and she prayed for them off jump. And I was like, wow, that's super dope, right? Then the praise and worship came. They was gigging. Praise and worship was off the chain. I guess this was their young adults praise and worship team. Super dope, super live, full of energy. You had all people just enjoying it in service. And then after that, you had Bishop come up and do some announcements, and then he got into the word. Listen, the word was on point. I know y'all know that Bishop Jakes brings the word, but it's different when you there compared to watching it on YouTube or watching it live on TV or what have you. Being in that space was so dope. He brought out some great things about, fathers and fatherhood, and interacting with your wives, interacting with your children, bringing a biblical perspective. A couple things that stood out in the word, that even God showed unconditional love to Jesus, even though he changed his conditions when he came into the earth realm to dwell amongst us as a man. He still showed love to him the same way he loved him. He said, as the Father has loved me, so as I love you, John 15. That was super dope. And then also bringing up the perspective that the Bible doesn't mention Joseph, Mary's husband, much after we see Jesus at the age of 12. And it really resonated, I think, with people like myself who didn't grow up with their father, that, hey, Jesus knows how that feels. Jesus knows how that feels. So the word was super dope. And then after that, I'm thinking, hey, the word is over. Happy Father's Day. Y'all have a great day. No, Bishop goes and does altar work. For those who don't know what altar work, you have people at the altar. He asked us to come down. He was praying with us, encouraging us. And then he came down amongst us and was just laying hands and ministering to people, just breakthrough in their lives. It's centered around fatherhood, centered around identity, centered around all the things that has to do with, maybe not having a father, or the lack of fatherhood in the home, just all those things. And he just ministered. And I was just surprised Bishop Jakes, at the level that he's at, was doing that level of altar work. And it was just amazing. His team was super dope. That was making sure he was taken care of, and the people at the altar was good. And it just ended out with that. And it was an amazing, amazing experience. Now, I know a lot of people have a lot to say about Bishop Jakes, his family, and the ministry here online. Look, I don't get into any of that, because probably there could be people who feel the same way about me in certain areas of my life as well. So I don't get into that. I don't get into all that judging. But if you ever thought about attending attending Potter's House, this is my recommendation. Go try it for yourself. Don't listen to the good and the bad. Listen to both, but make your own decision. If you're going to listen to it, if you're going to listen to either side, make sure you go and check it out for yourself. I think you may be in for a treat. I mean, the staff there was just amazing. That's how I know a good ministry. Like, the pastor going to do his thing. The praise and worship and all, like, they going to do their thing. But what about the volunteers? What about the workers? What about the people that's helping you enjoy the experience of coming to Potter's House? That made a huge difference. They were all smiling. They were all pleasant. Like, they were probably more pleasant than you would see them in the streets. But it was just super dope. I don't know. Maybe they like that in real life when they get home. If they are, that's amazing. If they're not, that's amazing too. But my experience at Potter's House in Dallas 2022 was amazing. If you're thinking about going, I recommend you go.